Hi everyone. In this video, I want to talk about how to reset a dysregulated nervous system. We have grown up in damaging families of origins, and we've grown up with damaging childhood parenting, and we've grown up with narcissists and toxic, dysfunctional family members, and that often then programs a dysregulated nervous system for us. We want to reset a dysregulated nervous system. We want to reduce my reactivity after a damaging childhood. My name is Jerry Wise, and for over 45 years, I've been helping people through self-differentiation to heal and to get their dysfunctional family out of them and become the true selves they were never allowed to be. Self-differentiation is the process of learning to separate your sense of self from the emotional entanglements of your family system and becoming the authentic person you were always meant to be, regardless of how others behave or whether they approve or disapprove. These are some of my best practices I teach in my online program, Road to Self, and I hope will help you reset your dysregulated nervous system, reduce your reactivity, and increase your sense of calmness. Number one, work to get the family superself out of you. The family superself is a focus on your emotional and mental location with your family of origin and past generation. It's not simply your physical location, it's your mental and emotional location within the family emotional field growing up. And if we're stuck in this place in the family of origin, we want to work to change that emotional location so that we can begin to get that family super self out of us. You can be 2,000 miles away from your family of origin and still be enmeshed emotionally with your family of origin. The family of origin super self is in us and operates within us. Every one of us. And I want to be me, not them. I want to be me and not their paradigm and their programming. And so I work to help folks get that out of them. The second thing to help with our dysregulated nervous system is to focus on self-regulation and not others' regulation. And so many times we were taught in dysfunctional families, we always got to worry about the other. We always got to worry about what they'll think. We always got to worry about how do I help them with their feelings towards me. In narcissistic and dysfunctional families, we are programmed to focus on others. Not in a healthy way. Certainly compassion, love, giving, sacrificing, things like that can be done towards others. But the unhealthy way, we focus on, worry about, try to change their emotional and mental regulation. That's too much focusing on them. And we have often been taught way too much of that in our family of origin. So we want to begin to shift that to focus on my functioning, not how they're functioning. When their emotional state causes guilt within me, then I'm focusing on them. When we try to explain, or we're trying not to upset them, or we're trying to defend ourselves, then what we're doing is we're focusing on them. They need to understand. I need to explain it to them. I hope I can change them, and I don't want them to be upset with me. That's all an other focus on others' regulation of their own thoughts and emotion. When we are only aware of the feelings that have always been programmed, such as shame, guilt, hurt, worthlessness, then again, our focus is on their regulation of emotional life that affects us, not ours. And to begin to sort through, wait a minute, this isn't my shame. This isn't my guilt. This is what I'm supposed to feel when they feel unhappy with me or when I disagree with them. That's me beginning to get that dysfunctional super self out of me and regulate my own emotions, thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Thirdly, recognize family systems anxiety. Feelings we feel which arise which are not situation appropriate, but keep me in my family role or functioning, are what I call systems feelings. And again, I think that's a very important concept. Not all feelings are equal. Not all feelings are valid. I'm not saying we don't feel them, but just because we feel them doesn't mean that's what's true. Just like when you say, hey, I won't be coming this Sunday. I've got to go visit so-and-so because it's very important. My friend's husband just died and I really need to be of help to them. Mom and dad are not happy that we're not coming Sunday, so I feel guilt or shame as a result of it. Have I done anything to warrant guilt or shame? Not a thing. So what is this guilt and shame about? Is it because I'm truly feeling guilt, truly feeling shame? It feels like it. There's no doubt. I realize that's what we're feeling. But that doesn't mean those are feelings that should be validated as true. It's systems feeling. The way I should function feelings is what those are. And so I think about situation inappropriate feeling. And I think this is one of those. Somebody comes and says, hey, I invited you to come to the play, but oh my gosh, I've lost one of my tickets. I don't know what to do about it. I've got to take my child to the play, but I don't have that third ticket for you. Would you mind not going? And then we start feeling abandoned, rejected. The person who lost the ticket never intends for us to feel that way, but we start feeling that way. Systems feelings again. These are situation inappropriate feelings. I'm not being abandoned. It's very practical why I can't go. And there's a good reason. But because I've been abandoned in the past, because I know what rejection feels like, I already have a rejection sensitivity going on, then I'm going to feel rejection and abandonment. But that's not what's really going on in the situation. Chronic family anxiety often is the trigger for our emotional reactivity and unhealthy behavior. If you are an overfunctioner, let's say, your chronic family of origin anxiety is way too high within you. If you're an overfunctioner, you've got way too much chronic family of origin anxiety because you're going to keep doing those behaviors as a result of that anxiety that is too high. And we want to begin to recognize family systems anxiety. I talk more about this in the Road to Self program, online program, also in the training that's mentioned at the end that's totally free. Please sign up. And it's entitled Building a Self You Were Never Allowed to Have. Number 4, avoid borrowing anxiety. You've heard the phrase, learn to observe and not absorb. That's been going around the recovery community for a long time. We want to observe things, but not absorb the feelings and anxiety of others. Chronic anxiety is infectious. It's contagious. Don't take on the feeling states of others. They are not yours. They are not you, and they will blind you into seeing you. And you say, well, what about empathy? Empathy is a special situation. We can have empathy, but empathy should not be so extreme that it blurs me out. Hyper empathy or toxic empathy is having too much empathy. And then we end up being enablers. We end up getting in the way of somebody's healing, maturity, and recovery. So it's important that we try to not take on the feeling states of others. Number 5, understand that not all feelings are valid. And I think I just kind of implied that or suggested that point just a moment ago. Just because you feel it doesn't mean it is your feeling. It may well be others' feeling or feelings you have been programmed to feel. Stop taking all feelings seriously. We really want to look at our feelings and decide, is this a feeling I really should take seriously? If somebody says, Jerry, I just think you're just stupid, and then I feel stupid, is that a feeling I should take seriously? Really? Maybe not. I'm not against validating all feelings or working to become more aware of our feelings. And many of us have needed to work on becoming more aware of our feelings. Using feelings lists from the internet can help you identify and talk and increase your vocabulary about feelings. However, part of self-awareness is becoming aware of what is systems generated, what is the system generating that I'm supposed to feel, versus what's self-generated, situation appropriate, and truly fits the situation. If someone calls me stupid, that doesn't mean I should feel stupid. They just happen to be calling me stupid. But it doesn't mean I should feel stupid. And again, the same is true for feelings and thoughts. Feeling loyalty to toxic family members, thinking I'm wrong when I know better, feeling guilt on cue, all of these, over loyalty to family members. Are those healthy feelings to feel over loyalty? No, all of these are kind of the false feelings that we're supposed to feel to keep the dysfunctional family play going, and I'm to act out my part in the play. Sixthly, shift from feel-think to thought-based responses. We were never taught when to focus on thinking and when to focus on feeling. Often we were taught the opposite of what is healthy. And so when someone comes at us with negativity or criticism, we become way too aware of our feeling process and far less aware of our thinking process. And actually, when that happens, we want to do the opposite. We want to feel less and think more. And I try to and work on teaching people to, in the appropriate times, feel less, think more. There are times when we want to feel more and think less. Totally appropriate times where that should be. But do you think we learned that well within our family of origins? Often not. Number 7, calmness is everything. This is the antidote to contagious chronic family anxiety. One of the best ways to detach from family of origin and the family of origin emotional system begins with learning to stay calm and non-reactive. And you say, well, I'll just be a doormat. No, I didn't say be a doormat. I said not reactive. I said not all anxious, tense, and your anxiety going up. I'm saying stay calm. I'm not saying say nothing. You can say whatever you want to say, but work at staying calm, because the less we stay calm, the more anxiety we feel. Guess what happens to enmeshment? It goes like that. We're pushing the enmeshment. The more reactive, the more anxious we feel. Anxiety enmeshes the whole family together. Everybody's feeling this anxiety and they're just enmeshing all over the place. So we want to keep our anxiety down so that we don't get caught up in them and we stay focused on us. If you need help increasing your calmness, reducing your reactivity, and getting your systems feeling out of you, join the training, Build the Real Self You Were Never Allowed to Have. Over 30,000 people have completed it in the past year, and you won't regret it. I want to thank you for watching. Please subscribe, please like, please comment. I want you to have a great day and be wise.